Okay. We've entered our week 3. We are done with week 2. Though we missed the last class, which I want us to go through now. So after this, then we'll move to our week 3 first class. Okay. And for those of you that paid for websites, 10 okay, I think 12 out of um 15 website has been designed. So this night, IT members will be working on the remaining side. So for those that their own are already completed, you will receive your login details this night. Okay. So that you start following everything we're doing. So we'll be looking into SEO writing formats. Okay. Which is writing content that ranks, engage, and monetize. Why is this topic sounding familiar? Have we done this before? Okay, I think it's my other class. So we'll be learning a SEO writing format, and I also want you guys to understand something. Even though it's not on our timetable, but after these 5 weeks training, we'll be having a we'll be having extra 1 week for the main training. So that extra 1 week, we'll be using that extra 1 week for our practicals to make sure that everybody does everything I've thought about, both uploading pages and other things. So I've rearranged it that way. Instead of having practicals in between our lessons, I've pushed it to be a week of its own, which I think is going to be better for us. So this one is, I'll teach you guys everything you need to know. Then that last week, that 6th week, we'll take that week and practice everything. I think it's going to be more understandable and more it's going to be better for us that way. Okay, to make sure that everybody is following. And for those that I don't know, for those of you guys that are asked to design, to create your website, I don't know how far you guys have gone, but I believe you guys must be doing something. You make sure that you design your website so that you meet up with that 6th week. Don't think that it's still far, it's no longer far, it's no more far. We just started yesterday, but it is already 3rd week. So just start creating your website. Make sure that is, if there is anything you find difficult, you let me know. And for those creating their website, message me. I will give you guys another plugin, another theme that you use to design your website. Even though the theme is very expensive, but the one I purchased to use and create a website for those that paid for it, I think that one is still remaining few times to be used. So for those that will message me before the thing expires, then I will give it to you to use and create your own. But that is if you are sure that you can possibly create a website for your own, a website that is good enough to be approved. Okay. But I believe I taught you guys, so you guys can possibly achieve that. Sorry for long talk. So let's get back to our topic: SEO writing format. Writing content that ranks, engage, and monetize. And I also want to remind you guys something. You see, since we started this class, if you are careful enough, you notice that we've discussed about, like, we've learned almost about 2 different types of digital skills, which we are here to add more things. Apart from arbitrage blogging being the general name, inside arbitrage blogging, we've learned so many things that can possibly make you money, especially this SEO that we're about to enter now. And I think I made a post about something like that. My pinned post on Facebook. If you've forgotten that post, you can go back there and read my pinned post on Facebook. Then you understand that this is not all about arbitrage blogging. There are other skills inside it which can make you better money. Okay, so let's move on. um Sorry. This should be a recap of our previous class, which in the previous class we learned how to find the right keyword and plan content. That was what we learned previously. And today we will learn how to turn those keywords into properly structured articles. Turning those keywords into articles, into properly structured articles. And SEO writing is not about stuffing keyword, it's about structuring content in a way search engines understand and users enjoy reading it. So when we talk about SEO content, SEO search engine optimization, it simply means the process of giving a good structure to your writing, to your content, in such a way that it will fit search engine. It will be good, it will fit in there and also be understandable and interesting to users when they will be reading it. So once your post achieve all those things, you've actually achieved SEO content, search engine optimization. Okay, so I want you to pay close attention. And even though we are not going to be practicalizing, I plan for us to practicalize it now, but I think it's going to be somehow, it is going to skip your mind. So it's going to be better if you keep it at the end of the last week, which is for practical. Then we'll calm down, go step by step on those practicals that we've learned about, so that you can possibly understand what you're doing and also know how to go about it. Now, okay, so let's move to the main business. Now, definition of SEO writing format. When we talk about SEO writing format, is a structured way of writing blog content. Okay, when we talk about SEO writing format, it's actually talking about the structured way of writing blog content so that search engine can easily understand it, users can easily read and engage with it, and lastly, the content ranks and earns revenue. So for your content to be seen online, for your content to make its way to rank on search engine, for your content to be understood by readers, you must achieve all the required SEO writing format. And if you learn this SEO writing format very well, other bloggers can employ you to work for them as a writer. Okay, if you take your time to study this very well, you can use it to make money for yourself. Now, SEO writing format is the bridge between keyword and performance. Even the best keyword will fail if content structure is poor. So this means that you can actually plan a good keyword. You can actually get the best keyword in the whole world, but with a bad content, with a bad content structure, that keyword will fail. It's not going, you are not going to achieve anything with a keyword. So for the keyword to work, you need to give is a good structured content to achieve everything, to achieve your aim. Okay, now why SEO writing format matters, why you must follow all those formats, why is not good for you to just go on write anything you like, why you must keep the rules, follow the rules and regulations of SEO writing format. Now, proper SEO writing format helps improve search engine rankings, increase time on site, reduce bounce rate, increase page views per section, improve AdSense CTR and RPM. Okay, all those things are the things that SEO writing format helps with. It helps you, it improves your search engine rankings. You rank better on Google. Your post appears better and more visible on search engine. Secondly, it increases site. It helps retain them longer on your website when the content is well structured. Now, it increases page views per section. We've discussed about this previously. Page views per section. Okay, meaning that when you finally drive traffic to your website and they finally get to your website with a good content, with an interesting structure, a good writing format, it can retain visitors to stay longer, and which can lead to more page views per section. And lastly, it improves AdSense, CTR, and RPM. When you finally get approved, when you finally have an approved AdSense account, good writing format matters, and it helps improve AdSense, CTR, and RPM, meaning that your earnings are going to be better and more improved. Now, why SEO writing format matters? The key truth: Google ranks structured content better. When your content is structured in a good way, Google ranks it better. Now, Google rewards clarity. That's what you should understand. Google rewards clarity. That's what Google sees as a hard work. When your post is nicely structured and very clearly structured, Google will reward you for that, meaning that your earning is going to improve. There's a way you maintain Google AdSense policy. There's a way you will maintain their rules. In fact, they will have no other option than to keep on rewarding you. And as the way you maintain their rules, you become known to them. They will even be looking for a better way to help you because you now make them value your platform, value your website, meaning that they don't want to lose your website. Okay. And just as I said before, Google needs you more than you need Google. But as a company owner, as a brand owner, you can't use because you need workers and employ people that will come and destroy the credibility of your company. So that's why Google AdSense still needs you. Even though they need you more than you need them, they still want you to follow their policies, which is what they are looking for, to make sure that their brand, their company is moving. And remember, once you start arbitrage blogging, you become Google partner. You are now into partnership with Google. That's just a simple and brief definition of blogging, being a Google publisher as a blogger. Okay. Now, if users can easily read your articles, Google assumes it's helpful, and Google rewards and values a helpful content. Now, anatomy of a proper blog post. A well-structured SEO articles include title. The title must be on H1. Okay, let me use this website. The owner of this website, please, I'm sorry that I'm always using your website. Or let me use this one. Oh, Connect Hub. I'm sorry for using your website, but let me use it and show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a website. We will talk about the headings, which should be on H1, heading 1. During our practical, you're going to understand better But don't let this skip your mind. Don't let this go off your head. Okay, make sure you retain it and memorize it so that when we'll be doing our practical, you understand it better. Now, well, we talk about title being on H1. Let's view this post. This is a blog post. Okay, work in visa. Now, and if you open this, this is a blog post, and this is the heading. This is the title. This is the title, work in visa. Okay, this is the title, and this title is on H1. That's why it's bold. That's why it's bolder than other content here. These ones are tiny, tiny content, but this first one is bold. So you must give your blog post this structure and make sure that the title is on H1 and make it bold this way. Now, the introduction, you must put introduction. Okay, with this structure, which I'm telling you guys now, the proper blog post, how to organize your blog post. If you study these things that I'm mentioning here, you can possibly write your blog post even without ChatGPT, even without AI. Okay, these are the things SEO experts master before they become a pro. So if you yourself can master all these things, you no longer find it difficult asking yourself, how can I write a good blog post? Where should I start? You should start from making the title H1, then put the introduction. Now, this is the title which is already on H1. Now, move down here, you see the introduction. Okay, you see the introduction. The person that wrote this blog post is not me, it's one of you guys, one of my students, but it was already in my previous class. Okay, so meaning that you yourself you can also possibly achieve the same thing. I did not see this blog. I did not see this blog post before preparing a slide, but you can see everything is exactly the way I'm teaching it. So you're expected to do the same. So the second thing here to do is to give the introduction. And this is the introduction. And this is where the introduction is being given. Okay, you write the introduction, introduce what you are writing about, what it's all about, and everything readers need to know. Okay, and the introduction started. Okay, started from here and end here. It ends here. Okay, that's the introduction. Now, after the introduction, the subheadings should be on H2, H3, and H4. Now, this is what we mean. The subheadings, these are the subheadings. These are the subheadings. Okay, this is the first subheading, and this is the second subheading. Remember what is stated here? They should be on H1, H2, and H4. Now, this one is already on H2, the subheading. The second subheading, this is already on H4. Okay, and other subheadings, all of them should be on H2, H3, and H4. Okay, meaning that this website is well structured. If you're the user, you're reading this blog post, don't you think that it's going to be very interesting? You are going to enjoy it. You're going to like make sure that you read to the end, no matter how long it is. And this will help you as the owner of the blog to earn more. Okay. Now, main content body. This particular line talks about all the subheadings you are going to be using. Now, the main content body. The main content body is this. After you put the heading, the title, now you maintain the introduction and the headings. Now, this is where after the introduction, this is where the main body of the post started. This is it. This is the body of the post to the end. Okay. But remember, it ends. Okay. This is where it ended. And this from here is already the conclusion. a final insight. Okay, now internal links. Sorry, I didn't complete it. This is two internal links and external links should be present. So when we talk about internal links and external links, all these links you are seeing here, telling you all these links you are seeing here, all these links, telling you official page. Okay, this is another link. Okay, these ones are the external links, which leads to another blog. Let's say if you click on this, okay, let's read this so that you understand it better. Let's use this one as an example. It says, if you are exploring remote work options, check the digital nomad programs, which are evolving rapidly across Europe and Oceania. Now, if you want to read more about this, explore more about this, click on this link. This is the guide. When you click on this link, it's going to take you to another blog. You can see another blog here. This is another official blog talking about the same topic you are writing on. So you must maintain that to make sure that your blog post is well structured. That's what we mean by external links. Now the internal link is talking about the post which is also inside this blog. Okay, now let me say, let me know if this person achieved that. It says reference note and citations, UK official, okay, Australia skilled, okay, all these things, I think most of them are the same blog post inside this blog. When we talk about the internal links, it's about inserting a link of another post related to this particular post, which is also inside your own blog, not another blog. Okay, that's what internal link is all about. Internal link is about giving links between your posts, between different your posts, and external link is about connecting your site, your own blog post to another external blogs. Now, the conclusion, which is the end part of the post, the final, okay, you can see, okay, the final insight. This is where the conclusion starts, or you can simply write conclusions. Then you start writing the conclusion where you conclude everything you've written about. Okay. Now, every good blog, every good blog post follows a predictable structure, which is just as stated. This is already a predicted structure. And I myself, as an SEO writer, once I see a blog post, I already know the structure is going to follow as a good blog post. And if that blog post fails to follow all the steps, all the formats, that means I'll see that blog post as bad structured blog post. Now, once you master this, writing becomes easier and faster. So once you master all those things, you can possibly wake up, write your blog post yourself instead of using ChatGPT to generate content. And even if you're going to use ChatGPT, it will be to get more information, more detailed information about what you're writing about. Okay, now the blog title H1. The H1 title should contain the main keyword. Now we are talking about the heading. The heading, which is the main keyword. You must make sure that the title of the post, the heading of the post, has the main keyword. This keyword, this person planned it before using it. So you just copy it and use it here. And remember, this is a long tail keyword because it's more than one and two words. This is already a 3-word keyword, making it a long tail keyword. Now, make sure that the title, the title, H1 title contains the main keyword. Secondly, be clear and descriptive. Just as stated here, the introduction, what is a work visa? This is where everything is being described and made clear so that the reader will understand and also know what he or she is reading about. Now, match search intent. Okay, I've already taught you guys about search intent. So let's say, for instance, this blog post, this person that wrote this blog post, I don't know if he really understood how smart this particular section, which is the introduction, how smart it is. Let me tell you something about this. Structuring your blog post like this. When you come to the introduction and or anywhere in the blog post and ask question like this, write a question like this. What is a work visa? You've already improved the search intent, meaning that even if your keyword is not well planned, this particular question here will help this blog post to improve because this has improved the search intent. There are so many persons searching what is the work visa, and is a question. That's what it means by match search intent. Now, be written. A good blog post must be written for humans, not robots. Write what humans can understand. Don't write as if you're telling people that already know what you're talking about. No. Talk as you are communicating with people that is not aware and needs to be aware of something. Give a full information, a well-detailed and educative, communicative, and make sure that they understand it. Write it as if you're talking to a primary school student and communicate with readers. Don't just write, don't just tell stories and pass. Okay. Now, how to apply for fully funded scholarship in Canada. The title is the promise you make to the reader. If the title is misleading, users leave quickly. Now, let's talk about the title, the keyword of your blog post. Let's assume that your keyword is how to apply for fully funded scholarships in Canada. This is what I will first grab the attention of readers, of users to read the post. Now, when your title, the title of blog post, the title of your blog post is talking about different things, and the body of your post is talking about different things, that is going to cause users to leave quickly. So, once your blog post is about something, make sure that the body of the post aligns with the topic. Don't use a different keyword just to grab attention and then you write a different content. Make sure that both of them are actually talking about the same thing and pointing at the same direction. And that can improve and make readers to stay longer while reading on your blog, which is going to improve your RPM and your earning. Now, introduction, about the introduction. Now, a good introduction should restate the problem or question, just as stated here. What is a work visa? And as stated here, a good structured blog introduction should restate the problem or question. Secondly, show understanding of user intent. Here, if you read this, you understand that the user intent is actually this particular section actually meet up with users intent by describing what users are searching for. Okay, now briefly explain what the article will cover, just as stated here. This introduction covers the description and the explanation of everything this blog is going to cover. Okay. Now, the introduction should also encourage the readers to continue. You should also encourage users to continue. Now, just as stated, it says, with links to official guide and resources for deeper explanation why work visas matters for your career, something like that. You must make it clear and instruct and encourage the readers to continue to read further, so that they will get the full gist. Okay. Okay, that is it for introduction. First 100 to 150 words, meaning that this must be between 100 and 150 words. Your introduction should not pass that. Okay, now, introduction, first 100 and 150 words. Avoid the things you should avoid when writing your introduction, the introduction of your post. Avoid long stories. Don't go and start telling how Tinubu is ruling Nigeria, how Donald Trump is doing this and that. Make sure that you brief it. Just give introduction, point some things that the main post is going to talk about. Okay. Now, now avoid fluff. Okay. When writing your introduction, avoid repeating words, something like that. Okay, make sure that everything is completely and clearly written. And don't try to describe the whole post on the introduction. Now, the keyword stuffing, also the same. Avoid stuffing keyword, like repeating the keyword many times on the introduction. You're expected to repeat it once. Okay, and your introduction must start with the keyword. Just as stated, the main keyword here is work in visa, and below here you can see they start with work in visa. And don't go ahead repeating it everywhere, repeating it, stuffing it, making it everywhere. Use it professionally. Now, lastly, the introduction decide whether the user stays or leaves. Make it clear, direct, and helpful. Okay, whether the user stays or leave, make it clear, direct, and helpful. Now, using headings correctly, using H2, H3, H4. Now, heading hierarchy, the H2 main section, H3 should be on subsections, and H4 should be further breakdown. Just as stated here, the first section, which is the first heading, the main section is this. This is actually H2. All these are actually the H2 sections and history. Now, okay, this one is H2 and this one is H3. Now, when we talk about the H4, okay, the H4 should be the further breakdown if needed, just as these ones here. These are the breakdowns of this, all these things are the breakdowns, and they are actually on H4. Okay. Now, using heading correctly, H2, H3, H4, the rule guiding it is that never skip headline level. Example, H2 to H4. Never skip them. Now, headings are road signs for both users and search engines. They explain what each section is about. So never come here and say, there's no need making this bold like this. Let me just write it normal like this ones. No, 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 no. Make sure that it is this way, because that's actually what search engine studies, the structure of your headings. And with the headings, users can possibly understand the post better. Okay. Now, headings are road sign for both users and search engines. They explain what each section is about. Okay, now best practice for H2 headings. H2 headings should break content into clear sections. Okay, just as it's being broken here, you can see it. This is another one. This is the heading. This is the second heading, which is H2. This is another one. Is breaking down this content into subheadings, into clear sections. Now, contains related keyword. It contains related keyword. Okay, step by step, how to apply. Apply what? Apply to work in visa. Okay, work in visa, country comparison table, all these things they all aligns with the main keyword. And the last one, match users questions. Okay, users ask, how can I get a practical document? The practical document I would likely need for a work. Okay, user search common pitfalls when applying for a work visa and how to avoid them, how employers and sponsors fit into the work visas, digital nomads, and all those things are the questions users are asking. So let the headings, the H2 headings, match with users' questions. Now, best practical practice for H2 headings. Example: eligibility requirement, application process, required document, just as stated here. I told you guys that the person that wrote this blog post tried. The student tried. Okay. Here it says eligibility and requirement. Now let's find the eligibilities. Okay. Where the eligibilities are being listed. Okay, let's talk about this one that we've seen. This one says, okay, this one meet the document, required document. You can see it here. Practical documents you will likely need for a work visa. Okay, now let's find the other ones. Application process, how to apply. Okay, you can see it here, how employers and sponsors fit into the work. The digital number, country, sport. All these headings are explaining how to apply. Okay. It's talking about, okay, you can say, okay, you can see it here. Application process, how to apply, step by step, how to apply, and the eligibility requirements. Let's find where the that one is being stated. How to choose the right type of work. Okay, if you check through it, you still see eligibility requirement. Okay. Now, and also always try to add something like this, frequently asked questions. Add questions like this is going to increase your ranking on Google. Okay, because now this post is no longer focusing only on the keyword, is no longer depending only on the keyword to rank on Google. There are so many other things that is now pushing Google to rank it. Just like all these questions, can I switch employers on a work visa? Okay, even if the user miss searching the keyword, the user search can actually align with the frequently asked questions sections. Okay, all those things are the way you can get it done. Okay, each H2 should answer a specific part of the search intent, which I've taught you guys about. Now, using H3 and H4 for clarity. H2 and H4, H3 and H4 is mainly used for making the blog post more clear, stating clarity. Okay, now improve readability, explain complex topics, prevent long text block. Now, just as stated, these are the H3, H4 subheadings. All these sections are the H4, H3 sections. Okay, it says that improves readability. You can see that it makes reading this easier. Okay, explain complex topics. Let's go through this. The common pitfalls when applying for a work visa and how to avoid them. Now, all these sub section, which is H3, H4, now explain them better. Explains each topics, incomplete application packages, checklists, all these things, it explains it better. Now, prevent long blocks. With this, with all these breaks, all these H4 subheadings, you no longer need to define, start explaining longer text. You only need to just give the point at give the point instead of going up and down, to and fro, explaining the point. Give the clear point directly. Okay. Now, using H3 and H4 for clarity. Example: H2, application process, using it to explain the application process. Okay, you can see it here, using it here to explain the application process. Research visa options for this, so thing, check eligibility, all those things. Okay, H3, step 1, create an account. That's also another thing, another work of H3. Telling users what to do, readers what to do, and what they're expected to do. Now, H3, step 2, submit document. Okay, you can see where it's being stated here. I saw it somewhere here. Okay, now breaking content down keeps readers engaged and scrolling. If you understand all these rules, you can actually start writing a good Facebook post, not only a blog post. If you understand all these rules very well. Now, writing the main content body. Main content should be informative, well explained, easy to understand, and written in simple language. Anybody who can read English can possibly read and understand all these words here. Okay, because simple English, simple language is being used to communicate. And they are all written in simple language, easy to understand, well explained, and giving the right information. Now, best practice: short paragraphs. You should give short paragraphs, 2 to 4 lines. You understand what paragraph is all about? Make it 2 to 3 lines. Okay, don't make one paragraph very long. Make sure that every paragraph is brief. Okay, now bullet point. Make sure that you use bullet point. All these points here, they are the bullet points. Okay, all these things here, use them to indicate and show some lines of thought and something like that. Okay, now clear examples. Can give clear examples with writing to make it more humanized instead of um, looking like AI generated content. Now, best practice, sorry, we've gone through this. Write as if you are explaining to a real person, not a search engine. So when you are writing, be writing it as there's somebody that you are communicating with, there's somebody you are telling about so things, so job opportunity, so application opportunity, and something like that. Now, engaging content, writing for engagement, not just ranking. Now, engaging content answers questions directly, uses conversational tones, anticipates user confusion, encourages scrolling. Okay, these are the things writing for engagement does. Okay, now, why engagement matters? Longer time on site, higher page views gives better ad performance, and ranking brings visitors, engagement makes money. Ranking brings visitors to your website, but engagement, how the visitors engage with your content, makes you money as a blogger. Now, how to avoid AI detected writing? Avoid AI detected writing by listening very clearly. I may not come back to this. Using natural human language, varying sentence length, adding personal explanations, avoiding repetitive patterns, editing AI assisted content manually. Make sure you edit it very clear. Now, let me talk about these two things. Let me talk about uh, avoiding repetitive pattern. Let me tell you guys something that Google uses to like normally used to detect AI generated content mostly. And this particular, even if you do not use AI, if you use your hand to write and you make that same mistake, Google will see that post as AI generated. Now, let me tell you something. Now, whenever you are writing a blog post, there is something that um, AI normally do. When AI is writing something, there is what that normally happen. Okay, pay close attention. Now, when AI is writing content, sorry. So let me say, if you start your blog post like this, if you start and write something like, let's say you write, there is from the beginning, and you continued using this there is throughout the post, okay, without using something like this, without using something like this, Google will see this post as AI generated. So whenever you are writing a blog post, if you write something like this, if you write something like there is in a full form, also make sure that you at some point you should write and change and write something like this. The short form there is instead of the full form of there is. And also something like I am. So at some point, change and write it in a short form, I'm, which is just I am. Okay, and other things like it is. At some point, change and write it this way. I believe you guys understand what I'm talking about. Okay, don't just go ahead using a formula, a uniformed format of writing. That can only be done by ChatGPT. But as a human, Google already knows that as a human, you can't possibly write up to 1,000 words to maintain just one format, to use a uniformed a word just like this one. So always exchange it and make sure that they are not all the same. And when you are editing your AI generated content, make sure that you look for some words like this, look for them and change them, switch them. Okay, switch some of them. They still mean the same thing, but in a different ways. Now, how to avoid AI dictated writing? AI can assist, but it should not replace human thinking. Okay, think as the writer, even if you're using ChatGPT, even if you're using AI, that will help you give a good editing to your AI generated content. Now, Google rewards originality and usefulness. Okay, so even if you use ChatGPT to generate your content, what Google is really looking at is the usefulness of the blog post and the originality. Make sure that you edit it very well in such a, because you know at times ChatGPT normally go to other blogs to copy their content and send to you when you request for a blog post. So he did it very well to maintain the originality for the blog post to be from you, not from somewhere else, and the usefulness of the content. That's what Google is actually looking at. And if you can possibly maintain the two, Google will like your content. Now, signs of AI like writing to avoid. Avoid repetitive phrases, over format tone, generic statement, no examples or explanations. Okay, when your blog post is just one way without examples, without real life examples, which you should add, find for real life examples and add. So avoid a blog post or that has no examples and has no explanations. Avoid perfect but lifeless sentences. This is where it gets more interesting. When you're writing a blog post, avoid perfection. Don't allow your blog post to be very perfect. It's only AI that can write a perfect blog post. Make sure that there are some things, just as I've shown you guys, exchange some of these things, exchange them. Okay? Use there is, use there is. Okay, I am, I am. So something like that, use them, exchange them, switch them. Okay, so don't keep it perfect all along from the beginning to the end. No. Okay, now content that sounds robotic loses trust and engagement. Don't make your blog post sound robotic. Well, what this means is that don't write as if people you are talking to already know what you're talking about. Write as you're communicating with living things, not robots. Now, writing like a human, best practice. Explain contents in your own words. Use simple examples. Ask rhetorical questions. Add clarification. This is what that makes your blog post a humanized blog post, a human-like blog post. Okay. If it sounds like something you would say to a friend, you are on the right path. But if it doesn't sound like something you would say to a friend, that means you are writing for a bot. Now, types of SEO linking. I talked about this before. We have two types of SEO linking. We have internal linking and external linking, which you can also call backlinks and or outbound links. Now let's get to each of them. Now, what is internal linking? Internal linking is the practice of linking one article on your website to another related article on the same website. It is the practice of linking one article on your website. The article is on your website. You link it to another related article on the same website, which is your own website. Internal links keeps users on your site longer and help Google understand your content structure. Now, why internal linking matters? Internal linking helps to increase page views per section, improve SEO, spread authority across pages, improve user navigation, and more pages visited means more ads seen, which means more money, more revenue, more profit. Now, proper internal linking method, best practice. Link to relevant articles only. Don't link to random articles. Use descriptive anchor text, like saying, let me say, after writing the introduction of your blog post, you can write something like, to read the related content, click this link. You drop the link, the internal link there. Place link naturally within content. And lastly, avoid overlinking. Don't go to your website and put links, internal links everywhere, even inside headings and keywords. No, use few internal links. Okay, now read our guide. This is an example of how to link, use descriptive anchor text. Okay, this is how we can do it. You can read our few guide on how to apply for scholarships abroad. Okay, you paste the link of the post talking about it. Now, an internal link should feel helpful, not forced. Okay. Now, what is external link? We are done with internal linking. Now, what is external linking? External, which you can also call backlink or outbound linking, is the practice of linking from your website to another trusted and relevant website, which I've shown you guys before when I clicked on one external link and it took me to another blog to support informations in your content. In simple terms, you are referencing an authoritative source outside your website. So when your website is pointing at some authoritative blogs, other bigger blogs, it helps Google, it helps build credibility with Google. Now, external linking shows that your content is supported by reliable sources and not written in isolation. This improves the credibility of your content, okay? To authenticate your content that is actually reliable and supported by other reliable sources. Okay, it's just like writing that um, the the um, the president of Nigeria is Tinubu, and then another blog is writing that president of Nigeria is P2B. Now, for you as the person writing the real story, when you find out when you write the president of Nigeria is Tinubu, give an external link to another blogs talking the same thing that the president of Nigeria is Tinubu. This is to make your content more reliable. Okay, both from the users and Google. Now, why external or outbound linking matters? Build content credibility, just as I said before, improve trust signals for Google. Okay, support facts and claims, and increase AdSense approval confidence. There is a way you will structure your website. If you apply for Google AdSense, you will not be scared because you know it's going to be approved. There's a way you master all these things I'm teaching you guys. When you are doing it, you won't be scared. You will know that with this, Google is going to approve my AdSense within 2-3 weeks. Okay, now the key truth about why external links matters. Okay, now Google trusts content that references trusted sources. So when you finally give those external links that link to another reliable and trusted sources, Google is going to trust you more, trust your blog, trust your content more, and feel like bringing it to the front so that people can see it, which is going to give you more traffic. Now, when Google sees your content linking to credible sources, it views your article as well researched and reliable. That's what you should understand. Now, when to use external links. Example, government website, which I've shown you guys here, where this blog gives, okay, you can see that this is a government website. For some of you guys that have been in my web design class, you know what this extension means. Is a UK extension, United Kingdom extension, domain extension, meaning that is a government website. So, example, when to use external linking is give an outbound link leading to a government website. Universities, when posting about universities, you can actually write down and put the external links. Put external links leading to the university website. Okay, just as this one, let's check if these blog posts have some. Okay, all these external links you see here, most of them are linked to university websites or schools. Give the linking, okay, the external links leading to the school platform. Okay, now official organizations, reputable news sites, and external link should support your content, not replace it. Okay, now best practice: link only to authoritative and relevant sites. Use neutral anchor text, which I've shown you guys how to do. Open links in a new tab. Okay, during our practical, I will show you guys how to make the links open in a new tab. Okay, that's the only thing this person felt, the owner of this website, because this link is not opening in a new tab. Is actually this outbound links is actually opening inside this um this content. Okay, I think he got it right. He got it right. He's good to go. Okay, open links in a new tab. And lastly, place links with relevant sections of the content. Don't go around placing outbound links everywhere you see. Make sure you place it at the relevant area sections of the website. Now, proper external linking method. How to do it? Okay, link. Okay. We've talked about this. Example: for official scholarship details, you can put something like visit the Canadian government website. Okay, that's why if you check this table here, you see all these things: visit website, all these external links leading to a government website or something related to that. Okay, how many external links should you use? Now, recommended guideline: 1 to 3 external links per article, only when they add value. Rule: quality over quantity, and one strong external reference is better than many weak ones. Okay, so now what to avoid in external linking: linking to spammy or low quality sites. So make sure that you target and give external link to authoritative websites, bigger blogs, more reliable blogs, those that is ahead of you. Okay, don't go around linking to any type of website you see. If you link on spammy or low quality site, Google will deal with you. Now, linking excessively: avoid linking excessively. Give few linkings. Okay, few external linkings. Now, linking to misleading sources. Don't link to Yahoo website, those misleading website. Make sure that any website you are linking, make sure that they are reliable. Using affiliate links as reference. Don't go to your blog post and maybe you are doing partnership with one affiliate program like that. You go and insert it there just to get clicks from there, unless your blog is affiliate monetized, not AdSense. Now, bad external links reduce trust and can affect AdSense performance. Okay, now internal versus external linking. Clear difference. We'll talk about internal linking. It links within your site. It improves engagement. Internal link increases page views. Internal links boost revenue. While at the other side, external linking links to other websites instead of within the site. It builds trust and authority, supports credibility, and helps SEO and AdSense. And lastly, internal links keep users on your site. External links build confidence in your content. Now, external linking checklist before publishing. The things you should check on your external linking: link to trusted sources. Make sure that all those links are linked to trusted sources, not just anyhow sources. Relevant to content. Make sure that all the external links are links related to what you are writing about. Don't write about egusi soup while your external link is link going to fried rice. No, if you are writing about a egusi soup, make sure that your external link is also leading to a food related to a egusi soup. Now, not excessive. Don't give too much external links. Open a new tab. Make sure that it opens a new tab. Add value to the reader. And if external links does not add value, remove it. Now, key takeaway on external linking. External linking is about trust, not traffic. Use it to support facts, use it sparingly, use it wisely. And a well-written SEO articles balances internal links for engagement and external links for credibility. Now, common SEO writing mistakes you should avoid. Avoid when your blog post has no structure. Make sure that your blog post has a structure, which I've taught you guys about the heading, the title, the introduction, the body of the text, the subheadings, H2, H3, H4, and other structures. Long blocks of text. Avoid long blocks of text. Overusing keywords. I've taught you guys about that. Don't use the keyword. Don't overuse it throughout the blog post. Ignoring engagement. Write for engagement. And give. Don't write a blog post without internal links. Make sure that you have internal links to improve the user navigation. Now, these mistakes prevent both ranking and monetization. SEO writing checklist, the things you should also check. Keyword included naturally. Proper headings used. Clear introduction. Engagement content. And lastly, internal links added. And always review your article using these checklists before publishing. Make sure that your blog post meets all these requirements before you go on publishing it. Now, key takeaway from class 6, things you should hold on tight tonight. SEO writing success comes from structure, clarity, engagement, intent matching, and good SEO writing satisfies both Google and humans. When both are happy, your site grows. Now, next class preview will be learning content types for arbitrage blogging. Type of content and how to write it. Evergreen versus trending content. Viral content strategy. Content rotation for skills. And next class will focus on what type of content work best for arbitrage blogging. Okay, we won't be going into our next class, which is week 3 AdSense readiness approval, because my throat is already blocking. Maybe our next class will cover it with our next class session. Please permit me to stop here. Okay, so if you have a question, go on and ask me. Any question?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, in your teaching, in one of the slides, that's where you mentioned avoid long text, long text. But I think initially you told us that we should try to write voluminous words like 1,000 words or more than. You understand, to keep the user busy in your page. So, but I think one of the slides you taught lastly here says avoid long text. Does it mean there is a contradiction or something
The
there about?
slide said avoid long text box. When we talk about long text box, it's talking about the paragraphs. It says that you should keep the paragraphs brief. There's difference between long text and long text box.
Okay.
That's what it means.
Okay.
Any other question?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Please, my question is, it's not actually a question. I'm trying to plead based on what you taught us this night. about SEO writing, SEO writing. I don't know if it would be possible for you one day as our tutor, you go through our website to check because most of us have written some content there, but not with this proper idea you just described to us here now. And one day, you just give us a day that you will review all our writing or content which we've written so far on our website to know if they are in good line, if they're in good time, if they're properly arranged, or if there's a area to make an amendment so that you will follow each up at once. Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
I've I've always done that. There's no way I will allow you to apply for your Google AdSense without checking your website. I've always done that. So when once it's time for that, I'll do that. I always check my students' website one by one. Know the ones that meet all the requirements. Then I will help those ones apply for their AdSense. And for those that have not met their own, I'll tell them where to improve and things to do on their own. The only thing I normally hate is that most of my, like some of us here, like so many persons are very, I don't know if I should use the word lazy or how to put it. I don't know. Even if you like, check 100 times, tell them go and do this, go and do that. You will still need that website the same way. Even some people that their website has been ready since, like even before this class started, there are some of them have not written one single blog post. No matter how you shout it, no matter how you sing it. So that is, but I've always done that. Okay. Any other question?
Good
Um,
evening. Yeah, good evening.
good
I have a
evening.
question.
Good evening, sir. Matthew.
Okay, my question is, when writing a blog post, is it compulsory you put an external link? Like if you don't have any trusted blog to back up your content, that like a blog that have the same thing, saying the same topic with your content to back it up, can you go ahead and publish without the external links to support your topic
Okay.
or that
Okay, you
particular
know
topic?
that I understand your question. You know that when it comes to blog posts, we have quantity and quality blog posts. And the main aim is to achieve quality, to make sure that all your blog posts is a quality one. So to improve, to make sure that your blog post is a quality one, we are expected to add at least 2 to 3 external links because that's what that adds that contribute much in making your post, improving the quality of your blog post. But if you don't do that, if you choose to ignore it, is not bad. But your chances of being ranked on Google as a quality blog post will reduce. You can't compare a blog post without external links to a blog post with a relevant external link. I don't know if you understand what I mean. So if you want to improve the quality of your blog post, you are expected to get those external links well structured and well fixed. But if you don't care about the quality of the blog post, if you make sure that if you are sure that you've used other things to cover up everything, then you're free to go ahead and publish your blog post.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Augustine, Sir Augustine, go on with your question.
Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Good
You
evening.
said one of the quality you're writing is you mentioned eligibility. When you are showing us this website, you are showing us. So, but I was thinking that eligibility here is only referencing this particular blog post that has to do with this niche is basically scholarship and maybe school and all that. So, but you said eligibility is one of that means that for somebody to qualify to get admission or to get scholarship is a condition. So I was thinking that is supposed to relate to all blog posts, irrespective of your niche. not necessarily apply to this specific blog post you are using as an example. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying.
I don't know if I get your question right, but for eligibility, in fact, I didn't get your question right, but it's not
Okay, that was
actually
what I raised my
okay.
hand
I'm listening.
so that you will have even been able to understand me immediately. When you were making reference to of a good, you brought in eligibility as a name referencing this particular blog blog that we are using as an example. So I
Yeah,
was thinking that when you're talking about SEO writing, it's supposed to be a factor that should apply to all niches, not
yeah,
specifically this scholarship niche.
yeah. I'm using
Because
this
in
niche. I'm
for
using
instance, if you are doing health, if you are in health niche, I don't think eligibility will come in there. I don't know.
any. There's no way you will say that eligibility will not come in. Any niche you are running, you must make sure that everything you are writing is eligible, that everything you are writing is credible and trusted. I don't know if that's what you mean by the niche being eligible. We'll talk about a niche or a blog being eligible. I don't know if you are actually talking about being eligible for AdSense or eligible for. So just write down your question and send to me so that I will understand your question better. But everything I've taught you guys here is for all niche, any type of niche you are using. So whether you're using health, you're using scholarship, anything at all, make sure that you implement all of them. So for your question, if you anytime you have a chance, you write it down and send to me so that I would understand it better. Okay. Any other question, please?
Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
One last question.
I have a
Okay. We talked about keywords, use of keywords in our writings, as in before we proceed to even blog posts, that we should go and get we should be able to get the keywords that will drive the search engine. So I was thinking that you're going to at least show us how to typically get a keyword from maybe Google Planner, and then how to bring it to get maybe a blog post, and see how those keyword will now be used in the blog post. I don't know whether we're going to do that later on.
Just as I said before the class started, that will have a whole week for practical. Okay, putting everything we learned in practice. This one is our teaching section. Then when we get to our practical section, we'll practicalize everything we've learned. And for this keyword class, I've shown you guys how to, I think our previous class, I showed you guys how to get keywords from different places like Google related searches, search engine, suggestion, this thing, keyword, and getting keyword from other blogs. I showed you guys. So the only thing remaining, just as you said, is using tools. That's the only thing we did not practicalize that I did not show you guys, which I said that when we get to our practical week, then we'll go through that. Okay. So we'll still go through, we'll still look into that. I've not forgotten. Williams, ask your question.
okay. My question is about article. Let's say the content I write to my website. That was before the website went down. Sometimes they do send me an email that the article is not indexed. So I was like, I don't know if there is anything to do on the content so that it to be indexed.
Yeah, how to know whether you, I'm going to teach you guys that and how to make your blog post in this. We are not yet at that point. Okay. So for now, your website should be back first. And then we'll talk about it's actually Google that sent you the email that your content are not indexed. But we'll learn about how to fix page not being indexed because before you apply for Google AdSense, you must make sure that your pages are indexing on Google. So we'll come back to that. It's one of the things we'll look into.
Okay. Okay, sir.
And for your for your website, I've been trying to move
Yeah.
the SSL to your website, but it's still having an issue. But I'm still working on it. Without the SSL, your site will be having site not protected sign whenever you try opening it. So I'm still working on that. So once I'm done, your
All
site
right.
will be back. Any other question?
Okay, sir.
Any other question? Okay. Since there's no more questions, see you guys in our next class. Good night.